In a rapidly evolving crypto landscape, often defined by speculative noise and short-lived hype, Pi Network is making headlines for all the right reasons. This time, it's not about volatility or price surges. It's about vision, execution, and an extraordinary ecosystem investment. The PiCoin team has announced a $100 million fund aimed at supercharging the development of decentralized applications, utility-driven use cases, and merchant integration across the Pi ecosystem. Did you hear about the massive $100 million announcement that has everyone talking? Are you confused about what this actually means for your Pi coins? And, most importantly, could this be the moment that changes everything for Pi Network forever? If you clicked on this video, you're probably asking yourself these exact questions. Well, you're in the perfect place, because I'm about to break down everything you need to know about Pi Network's game-changing $100 million ecosystem fund. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why this could be the most important development in Pi Network's entire history. Plus, I'll reveal 3 key reasons why this announcement might be the catalyst that finally launches Pi to the moon. So stick around, because what I'm about to share with you might completely change how you think about Pi Network's future. But before we dive in, let's greet and welcome my incredible pioneers from around the world. Whether you're watching from Nigeria, Papua New Guinea, United States, India, Philippines, Canada, Kenya, or anywhere else on this beautiful planet, I'm absolutely thrilled to share this incredible news with you today. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you're always in the loop with the latest Pi Network updates. And don't forget to drop a comment saying, Pi Network to the moon, along with your country and flag. Let's fill the comments with pioneer pride and show the world how powerful and united our global community really is. Let's dive right into the breaking news that has the entire Pi community buzzing. In May 2025, the Pi Foundation officially launched something called Pi Network Ventures. And this isn't just another small update. This is a massive $100 million development fund that's being held in both Pi tokens and US dollars. Now, you might be thinking, what exactly does this mean? Well, let me break it down for you in simple terms. This fund is specifically designed to invest in startups and businesses that will actually use Pi tokens in real-world applications. We're not talking about speculation or hype here. We're talking about real companies, real products, and real use cases. The Pi Foundation has made it crystal clear that their focus is on 3 main areas. First, Web3 applications that actually solve real problems. Second, financial technology companies that can integrate Pi into everyday transactions. And third, artificial intelligence projects that use Pi as their payment method. But here's the most exciting part that nobody is talking about. Most of these investments will be made directly in Pi tokens, not in regular money. This means that as these startups grow and succeed, they'll need more Pi tokens, which could create incredible demand for Pi in the market. Think about it this way. If you invest in a company using Pi tokens, and that company becomes successful, they'll keep using Pi tokens for their operations. This creates what experts call a utility-driven demand cycle that could be absolutely massive for Pi's value. Now, let me explain why this $100 million fund is completely different from anything we've seen in the crypto world before. Most cryptocurrencies launch with big promises, create hype, and then hope people will find ways to use them later. Pi Network is doing the exact opposite. They're building real utility first, then allowing trading and speculation to follow. This approach is revolutionary because it means Pi will have actual value based on real-world use, not just market speculation. Let me give you a perfect example of why this matters. Right now, Pi Network has over 65 million registered users worldwide. That's more than most countries have people. To put this in perspective, that's larger than the entire population of the United Kingdom, South Korea, or South Africa. But here's the thing, only about 14 million users have completed their identity verification, and only 12 million have moved their coins to the main network. This might sound like a problem, but it's actually a massive opportunity. The $100 million fund includes money specifically to help streamline this process and make it easier for people to verify their identity and migrate their coins. Think about this for a moment. If just half of those 65 million users complete their verification and start actively using Pi, we're talking about creating one of the largest active cryptocurrency user bases in the world almost overnight. That would be bigger than the entire user base of most traditional financial institutions. But it gets even better. The fund is also focused on bringing real merchants and businesses into the Pi ecosystem. They're creating something called .pi domains, where businesses can set up online stores that accept Pi directly. This means you could soon be buying your morning coffee, paying for your groceries, or even purchasing online services using your Pi coins. And here's a detail that most people are missing. These merchant integrations come with instant settlement and zero reliance on traditional payment processors like PayPal or credit card companies. For businesses, this means lower fees and faster payments. For Pi holders, this means more places to actually spend and use their coins. Now, let me share something really exciting that's happening behind the scenes. The Pi Foundation is already working with businesses in different industries to test Pi payments. We're talking about everything from small local shops to larger online retailers. They're creating a complete payment ecosystem that could rival traditional payment methods. But here's what makes this even more interesting. Unlike Bitcoin, which can take 10 minutes or more to confirm a transaction, or Ethereum, which can cost dozens of dollars in fees during busy periods, Pi transactions are designed to be fast and affordable. This makes Pi practical for everyday purchases, not just large investments. The $100 million fund is also being used to create something called Pi banking services. These are financial tools that let Pi users save, lend, and earn interest on their Pi coins without needing traditional banks. Imagine being able to get a loan using your Pi as collateral, or earning passive income by providing liquidity to the Pi ecosystem. And here's something that could be absolutely huge. The fund includes money for partnership deals with major companies. We're talking about potential integrations with social media platforms, gaming companies, and even traditional businesses that want to offer Pi as a payment option to their customers. Now, let's talk about something that could be absolutely huge for Pi's future: the developer community. The $100 million fund is putting massive resources into supporting developers who want to build applications on Pi network. They've created something called Pi App Studio, which makes it incredibly easy for developers to create mobile-first applications that use Pi as their payment system. And get this, they're also providing AI-powered development tools that make building these applications faster and simpler than ever before. But here's why this is so important for you as a Pi holder. Every single application that gets built increases the utility and demand for Pi tokens. Whether it's a gaming app where you can earn Pi by playing, a marketplace where you can buy and sell items using Pi, or a social media platform that rewards content creators with Pi, each new application creates more reasons for people to want and use Pi. The fund provides grants, mentorship, and even incubation programs for developers. This means we're likely to see an explosion of new Pi-based applications over the coming months. And each one of these applications represents a potential catalyst for Pi's growth and adoption. What's really exciting is that Pi Network is focusing on mobile-first development. Since most people around the world access the internet through their phones, this approach could help Pi reach users in markets where traditional cryptocurrencies have struggled to gain adoption. Let me put this $100 million investment into perspective by comparing it to other major cryptocurrency projects. Bitcoin, while revolutionary, primarily functions as digital gold, a store of value with high transaction fees and slow processing times. Ethereum offers smart contracts but struggles with expensive gas fees that make small transactions impractical. Solana promises speed but has faced network outages and concerns about centralization. Pi Network is positioning itself to combine the best features of all these platforms while solving their biggest problems. Pi offers decentralization like Bitcoin, smart contract capabilities like Ethereum, and speed like Solana. But it adds something none of them have: a mobile-first approach that makes cryptocurrency accessible to everyone, regardless of their technical knowledge or financial background. The $100 million fund reinforces this positioning by ensuring that Pi has the resources to build out this vision completely. We're not just talking about another cryptocurrency here. We're talking about a complete financial ecosystem that could change how billions of people interact with money. And here's something that really sets Pi apart: the focus on education and global outreach. Part of this fund will be used to create educational content in multiple languages, helping people around the world understand how to use Pi and participate in the decentralized economy. This isn't just about technology, it's about financial inclusion on a global scale. In many countries, people don't have access to traditional banking services, but they do have smartphones. Pi Network could provide these people with access to a global financial system for the first time in their lives. Now, let's talk about what all of this actually means for you if you're holding Pi tokens. The $100 million fund creates several potential catalysts that could significantly impact Pi's value and utility. First, the developer funding will likely lead to a surge in Pi-based applications over the next 6 to 12 months. Each new application creates additional demand for Pi tokens, which could positively impact their value. Second, the Merchant Integration Initiative means more real-world places to spend Pi. This transforms Pi from a speculative asset into an actual currency, which fundamentally changes its value proposition. Third, the streamlined verification and migration process could unlock millions of additional active users. More active users mean more transactions, more demand, and more network effects. But here's what I think is the most important point: Pi Network is building sustainable value rather than speculative hype. This approach might seem slower than other cryptocurrencies, but it's also much more stable and reliable in the long run. The fund also signals something crucial: the Pi Foundation has significant financial backing and a clear long-term vision. They're not just hoping for the best. They have a concrete plan and the resources to execute it. For current Pi holders, this means your patience might finally be paying off. The foundation you've been waiting for is being built right now, and it's being built with serious money and serious commitment. So, what can we expect to see over the coming months? Based on the $100 million fund announcement, there are several major developments we should watch for. First, expect to see new decentralized applications launching regularly. These could include everything from gaming platforms and social networks to financial services and marketplace applications. Second, look for major merchant partnerships and integrations. The Pi Foundation has made it clear that bringing real businesses into the ecosystem is a top priority. Third, watch for improvements to the user verification and coin migration process. Making it easier for the 50+ million unverified users to join the active network could create massive growth. Fourth, expect to see cross-industry partnerships where Pi becomes the payment solution for various services and platforms. And finally, keep an eye on international expansion. The educational and localization components of the fund suggest Pi is serious about becoming a truly global currency. The Pi core team has signaled that they're not just developing anymore, they're ready to execute on a massive scale. This fund provides them with the resources and credibility to make Pi Network a major player in the global financial system. So, there you have it, everything you need to know about Pi Network's game-changing $100 million ecosystem fund. This isn't just another cryptocurrency announcement. This is a strategic investment in building the future of decentralized finance. If you found this video helpful and informative, please hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow and reach more people who need to hear about these important developments. And here's something fun I'd love you to do. If you're interested in Pi Network's future, drop a comment below with Pi Network to the moon, followed by your country name and flag emoji. I love seeing where our community members are from around the world. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss updates on Pi Network and other cryptocurrency developments. I'm constantly researching and analyzing the latest news to bring you the most accurate and valuable information. The future of Pi Network is looking brighter than ever, and I'm excited to continue following this journey with all of you. Until next time, keep believing in the power of decentralized finance, and I'll see you in the next video.